Dan, it felt at times during that performance it would have been an absolute travesty if we hadn't won tonight.
Yeah, I think definitely for 60 minutes or so, that was a really strong performance. And I think probably that's a bit of a lesson for the boys about trying to kill a game off. So similar to Bromley, I'm really pleased with the result, but I still think there's a lot of areas that we can improve for next game.
Could have been ahead in the first half, really. What did you say to the lads going in 0-0?
We just focused really on the key areas we felt we could improve. There was one or two bits out of possession that we felt if we got that right, we'd actually get chances off the back of it. And then there was just a couple of bits in possession where we felt like we were maybe just a little bit slow in the tempo of our play. And once we broke a line, we just wanted to speed up a little bit quicker. And then it was about getting bodies in the box so that when we did cross the ball, and I thought Armani Richards was outstanding at getting into that final third and then having that end product. We just needed bodies in the box to be ready to take one of those chances.
I was going to ask about Armani actually, and some of those other first team players. Obviously, I imagine you spoke to Gary with your first team football in mind for many players in your selection tonight. He was a real problem down that right hand side and obviously played a huge role in the first goal. Yeah,
he was. I thought Armani was outstanding. Thought when Caleb came on, obviously set up the winner. I think that's why there's more ways to win from this game than just the result. And I think tonight that was the most pleasing aspect, that there was multiple ways in which we as a club, we benefited from this game tonight. And I think Armani was definitely one of those really positive outcomes from the game.
That second goal, lovely, wasn't it?
Very good. I'm not sure I thought we had it in our legs at that point to go on and get the winner. But something that we just spoke about when we were in the changing room then was two aspects to the game that I loved. And the first one was the personality that the players started to show. I think if you're a fan and came here tonight, you started to see a player's personality. And I think that's really important. And the second aspect of it that we said was the fans at this football club, they will love you and they will sing your name if you work for them and work like that. And I thought the fact that we kept going until the 96th, 97th minute was just a brilliant example of what the fans love about the players that come through at this football club.
It felt like the chance had gone for Theo as well, but he managed to get it round the defender and smash it into the roof of the net. And it came at a time as well, a minute after conceding, when it felt like the win had possibly got away from us. Didn't let their heads drop, and they found that extra gear to get the win. Yeah,
I think we speak about your identity as something that no one can take away from you. And by that I mean not the referee's poor decision, not a goal against you, not a goal for. And it's so important that your identity is strong and true throughout the course of a game. And I think that was a great example of having a really strong mindset and belief in what they do, so that when that adversity hit in terms of the goal and the equaliser, we were able to come straight back and score the winner.
You spoke about wanting more from your team. You spoke about still be lessons to take from it despite a largely positive performance. Do those lessons come from perhaps that last 10-15 minutes when Norwich were on top and probably equalised at a time when they were in the ascendancy?
Yeah, I think, look, you say there in terms of improvements that we want from the team. I'll always look at the team makeup being through the individuals that are on the pitch. So I think there are plenty of individuals that perform to a really high level, but even within them there was areas of their game where they can still improve. So I think that's always going to be the focus, because again, delighted with tonight, but tonight has to be a step towards what's next. So that's constantly what we're looking at in terms of getting players first team ready.
Fantastic night to showcase the academy. It's an under-21 competition, but we had 15 and 16-year-olds out there who certainly didn't look out of place, just as some of them haven't looked out of place in the first team. Yeah,
and I think confidence comes from the evidence that you show yourself, and I think tonight will be a great boost to a lot of those players to say, do you know what, I'm good enough, and I'm looking forward to seeing the progress that we can continue to make with these players.
And just to end, of course, last time we were in this competition, we only won one of our 6 matches, which was the last one before we were already unable to progress. We're 2 for 2 from our first 2 matches. You must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, I am. I'm delighted for the players, because I think what this competition does is it puts the spotlight on them, and I think the big thing is that they embrace that and they show their personality within it. And I think, another really pleasing aspect, I think the way that everyone has supported it, from staff, players, all the staff around the club. It's felt like a really united effort to really showcase the club in its best light throughout these games.